Hi friends, I am Jyoti working as a lecturer. In this lecture, I would like to talk about communication, which is a very important topic in this UGC NET paper 1 aspirants. Now, let me start with a meaning of communication. Actually, the communication is derived from the Latin word communicare or communis, which means to make common. So, communication means to make common facts, common thoughts, information, and requirements. Therefore, communication is the exchange of thoughts, exchange of information, message, etc. By way of what here? By way of speech and by way of writing or a signal. And if we move to the definition of communication, communication is an exchange of facts, ideas, opinions, or emotions by two or more persons. This was by George Terry. Actually, so many research scholars have given the definition of communication, but I would like to took only two authors' definitions. So first one is George Terry and the second one is Alan Lois. And the second one is communication is the sum of all the things one person does who when he wants to create understanding in the minds of another. Actually, it involves a systematic and continuous process of what here? Continuous process of telling and continuous process of listening and understanding. So these are the definitions of communication. Now, if we move to the purpose or objectives of communication, these are the main objectives of communication. In that, first one is the main objective of communication is to get or to provide information, to ask for or to give instructions or to give suggestions or to give advice to the other persons, right? So these are the two main objectives of communication. And also to make requests to persuade other people to agree with us. So these are the main objectives of communication. And next, if we move to characteristics of a communication, here we'll be having 5 characteristics, main characteristics. If we go through the first point is 2 or more persons. So it means actually if we want to, actually we are observing here sender and the receiver, right? Communication means it is a relation, it is an interaction between the sender and the receiver. So in this, at least there must be at least 2 persons, that is the sender, the one who sent the message, those person we can call it sender, and the one who received the message, that person we can call it receiver. And the next point is exchange of ideas. Exchange of ideas are nothing but there must be an exchange of ideas, an exchange of information, an exchange of feelings, etc. among 2 or more than 2 persons, right? And the third point is mutual understanding. It's very important characteristic. Receiver should receive the information in the same manner the one who sent the message, it means sender. So if we are having the mutual understanding, if the sender will send the information in a systematic manner, then the receiver is also receiving the information in that same manner only, right? And the next point is continuous process. Continuous process is nothing but communication is an endless process, it never stops. And we will be observing, and last one is use of words as well as symbols also. With the symbols and with the words are also we are using the communication, we are sending the messages, we are sending the picture gestures, and we are sending the momentary smiles also. So these are all, sender is sending the message, sender is sending the pictures, gestures, these are all symbols as well as words also. These are all characteristics of a communication. So that's it in this lecture. I'd like to stop up to this, and we'll meet in the next lecture another important topic of paper 1 in communication, process and 4S of communication. Thank you.